Why, hello there. Oh, the time has come, the walrus said. Guys, I've been waiting for this. I'm gonna zoom you in. Oh, look, she did it properly. This is what we're working with. I think it's super pretty. I'm going to turn the volume off my phone. So excited. All right, I'm really gonna zoom you in though. There we go. I'm gonna tilt you up a little. All right, I'm even moving the chair. So this is what we're working with. I will say, this is not really the channel for swatches, but I'm gonna grab the Metropolis palette. I'm gonna grab the gold palette. These are my only other, oh my God, my only other Natasha palettes, and they are the same size. Well, not really. This is the gold, this is the Metropolis. Oh, I really, Joanna, take better care of your things. So the Metropolis palette has 28 shadows, the gold palette has 15, and the new bronze, which I'm sure you've all seen, looks like this. And this guy has 15. But the size of the shadows, which this is what we're working with. I hope it's, yeah, it's in focus. I'm like, hey. The size of the shadows is the same size as the Metropolis. So they're smaller, but they blend beautifully. So I used a good amount of eyeshadows. I'm trying to think how many I used. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, around like 8 or 9. The interesting thing about this one though is that it has these little holes on the back because you can actually take out the shadows. Interesting. I'm wondering if she's gonna come out with like an empty palette. I don't know if she does already have one. She probably does, and I just don't know, and I don't pay attention to life. So we're just gonna start this. I'm so excited because if there's any kind of color scheme that I'm obsessed with, it is a bronzed eye. So I'm just gonna start off by saying that I do think this palette is better geared towards a deeper skin tone because there is no super light shadow, which would work for a very light highlight, whether it's matte or shimmer. Also, the darkest shadow is this guy, and I don't really feel like there's a really dark shadow that can be like a liner. So only thing I would suggest adding, or that you would need. Anyway, moving along. I'm going to start with the shade Beach, which is this guy right here. I think so far this one has the most kickback, which I could care less about. Doesn't really bother me. Hand mirror, here we go. That could have been bad. All right, so with this one, I used a big fluffy brush and I did it all over my lid and up to my brow just to kind of set, but not like all the way up to my brow. I just did a little. I'm so sorry if it's blurry. I don't think it will be. So, but like, do we see that? Looks like it's the smoking section. But you'll see it's got pigment to it, at least on my skin tone. So it's more just all over the lid and in the natural crease. Then I took, and that was a Morphe M505. Not sponsored by any of this, wish I was, but I'm not. Now I'm gonna take a ColourPop blending brush and I'm going to take the shade, oh, I didn't even use that one, that was stupid. I'm gonna take the shade Sundown, which is this one, and just dipping into that with the ColourPop brush, and I'm going to work that into my crease. I feel like these shadows have a nice amount of pigment for sure, and I think the mattes blend beautifully. For me, if mattes don't blend nicely, then it's like, that sucks the most. Next, I am taking, I feel like I messed up already, but I didn't. I did not. Next, I'm taking Suntan, which is this guy right here. Please excuse my nails, even though I didn't want to say that because I was like, oh great, now they're just gonna look at my nails. Me. All right. And I'm taking Suntan and I'm putting that all over my eyelid. And I'm also bringing it into the crease. I'm really doing this as a base lid color. And I'm doing it up a little into the crease. I love these mattes. I think they perform beautifully. Next, I'm taking and that was a Sephora flat eyeshadow brush, just like teeny tiny little guy. Then I'm taking the Smith 253, which looks like that. And I'm taking the shade Magma, which is this guy right here. Can I tell you that I had coffee for lunch? I've basically only had coffee today, so I am so shaky and jittery. It's stupid. All right, so I am taking that color and I'm starting with the outer corner of my lid and just building it. But I do want that little bit in the crease to be visible. So I apologize, I'm using natural light and my makeup light. Dipping in a little bit more. I'm also going along the lash line a little. This is just building up that depth really nicely. And then I'm going to take the Chanel eyeshadow blender brush, which looks like that. And I'm just going to lightly, this has no product on it, just kind of pull it into the crease. Not too much, just a little. All right, then we're going to take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab JH42, which is that teeny tiny, and I'm going to take that with Deep Dive, which is this dark color right there, and I'm just gonna take a little bit and just pat that on the outer corner. So this is the darkest color in the palette, and I'm also doing that a little bit into the crease. Just like that. A little on the lash line. Boom. And then taking a Sephora blending crease brush, which has nothing on it, and I'm just going to pull that into the crease. Not all the way, about halfway. Just making sure you can see. And also just kind of blending out the edge right there. Sorry. Okay. So now I did this, but I'm actually going to adjust it a teeny tiny bit. I'm taking my NYX glitter glue, which I honestly do like a lot. I wanted to save money and not get the Too Faced one, and I'm happy I tried this one because I thought that the Too Faced was going to be better, and it's not so much. So I just kind of take it on my hand and I do this on my lid first. I just lightly dab. Then I'm taking True Copper, which is this guy, and I'm just doing a little bit of that. And I always kind of flick off a little, and then I'm just patting with my finger. Taking that finger again, flicking off, and I'm just kind of patting like that. So it has a nice amount of pigment. There's a paper towel in front of me, so I'm wiping off. And then I'm taking a little bit more of that glitter glue, tapping a little in the inner corner, wiping that off. And then I'm taking the shade Silk, which has a little bit of like a pinky reflect, and I'm getting that in the inner corner. The reason why I'm using the glitter glue this time and I didn't do that last time is because I got a nice amount of fallout from that true copper shade. And I'm just not about that. I'm just like, it really annoyed me. So, but I really like how it lightens up the inner corner, the Silk shade. And then I'm gonna take a little generic Morphe brush. I don't even know if this is Morphe. It's not. It came from a little set. It's just like this little guy. I'm gonna actually wet it with some Fix Plus. And I'm gonna take the same Silk shade right there and put that in my inner corner. I'm not even looking. I'm looking at the monitor. Now I'm just gonna kind of work backwards because I wasn't paying attention, and I'm just gonna start with beach, then sundown, then everything I did in that order. I'm gonna go under my eye. That, then we're gonna do, is this in order? I'll deny. Just gonna do that, and I just kind of pinch the bristles so it's a little more narrow. I don't think this is in order. Doesn't matter. I don't really care too much about under my bottom lashes because I don't really necessarily do it as beautifully as other people. I'm just like, oh, cool. This is, whoa, man down. This is just kind of to tie everything together. So it doesn't have to be perfect for me. And then, what was the other brush? Sorry, that was not helpful for you. This is that darker color. Now this is where I started going in with my fingers because I wanted to play. So I mixed this one, which I haven't used yet, Rhodium, and this guy, which is Deep Dive. So I literally just boop, boop, boop. And I just kind of mixed it on the back of my hand. And I wanted to kind of blend that area. And I'm just kind of recreating my steps right now. And I was like, oh, I don't really love that. So then I took Alloy right there and I just kind of pressed that over where the dark met that light color. And then I went back with Deep Dive and Rhodium again and just kind of patted to get more depth like that. And then I wanted to try Bliss, which is this kind of pinky shift. So I literally just did a little bit of that, and I also patted that over there. I'm just like mixing and matching, trying everything out, taking a blending brush, and then I'm going back in. There is no rhyme or reason. Like, I hope you're following, but if you're not, I don't blame you. And I just kind of step back and see if it looks similar, which it kind of does. Went back with a little bit of suntan and sundown and just added a little bit of warmth back to the crease. It's literally exactly what I did. And then I also stamped a little bit of warmth up here because I didn't want it to be a harsh line. And then, I'm sorry, I'm just literally looking in the sun. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just like, I had to see it in the sun. Now, I use the Chantecaille Listilo Ultra Slim. I'm coming close to you guys. Sorry, I have a cat hair. And let me tell you, this liner I have a love-hate relationship with. Also, my hand is so shaky right now. So I say love-hate because sometimes I get a really good line. Times like this, where my hand is so shaky from having 8 billion iced coffees. My liner started so thin and then it just ended up being really thick. Like right now I feel like I'm gonna get a nice thin line, but I have to make it thicker because my left eye is thicker, which is really annoying. So I'm making a thicker line, even though this one is probably thicker than that one, which is cool. So, and then here, I hate eyeliner, guys. It's just the worst. Sorry. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's more about the shadows than my horrible liner skills. And also another reason why I'm like, do I love this liner, is because it feels so light, the actual liner pen, and it's really awkward. Like I'm used to a little bit more weight. So, I'm so sorry, I just need to look at it closer. So it's really weird to have such a lightweight eyeliner pen. It's really awful. Like it's a nice liner, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I'm just gonna zoom you out a little. Ooh, there we go. All right, so now mascara. I'm just gonna curl my lashes a little with a Surratt lash curler. I got a it wasn't a 100-point perk. It was one of those like spend 25 and you could try a special like perk, which is the At Lashed mascara from Marc Jacobs. So far on my left lashes, I really like it because you can really build it up and it doesn't clump, and it does give a nice amount of volume, separation. The only complaint, because I've got to have one, is the smell. To me, it smells like drugstore mascara, which I'm just a hater, but I do think it's a very nice mascara. So, as of right now, for that one kind of superficial negative, I would give this a 9 out of 10. But otherwise, it is a very nice mascara. It is a very wet formula. I think the wand is a very basic wand, but that is not a negative. Sometimes wands that are really crazy don't do much of anything, and it's like, why are you trying to recreate the wheel when the wheel gets us places? All right. I do really like this mascara. We might have a winner. Guys, I really hope you liked this video. I truly feel like this may be my go-to Natasha Denona palette. Hands down. I'm like, I can't even tell you. Even Mike was like, all right, girl, you do not, he would never call me girl. You do not need to have another coffee, nor do you need to have it as your lunch. Oh man. All right, I just had to use this palette, try it out, and I also had to do this video and post it. But I promise after this video, I will post my wedding video. It's not anything formal or anything. It's just kind of me with my makeup on and talking about the fact that I just got married. So, what do we think? I love this eye makeup. I think it's really pretty, and I think that I'm going to use the crap out of this palette. Like, this is completely my bag. I cannot wait to use this. So, I mean, I love the new Pat McGrath palette, but I'm more of a bronzy girl. So as much as I do love the other, and I absolutely have to use it because I spent too much money on it, and I will, but this is stunning. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I do videos, and don't forget to like it if you liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, have a great day. Oh my God, I'm shaking the camera. Bye.